الشعب الوفي أنني ما زلت حيا.
Assalamu alaikum, namaste, warm greetings, excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. I take this opportunity to extend a very warm welcome on the prestigious occasion of the 50th anniversary celebrations of the National Day of Oman. The commemoration of this momentous event is indeed a proud moment to the Embassy of the Sultanate of Oman in India and all the Omani diplomatic representations around the world. The ongoing COVID-19 pandemic has limited our scope of celebration in terms of physical presence, but our enthusiasm and excitement continue to remain high like every year. In view of the current global situation, the celebrations this year with our friends and well-wishers have been organized via this virtual platform. This year also has a very special relevance as it marks 65 years of diplomatic relations between Oman and India. These relations commenced with the opening of the Consulate of India in Muscat in the year 1955. These celebrations crown human and historical relations between the two countries that goes back to thousands of years. Amid Corona pandemic, the Sultanate of Oman is set to celebrate its 50th National Day on November 18 under the leadership of His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq Al Said. I would like to unveil the program of this important virtual event. We will begin by paying our respects to the national anthems of the Republic of India and the Sultanate of Oman, followed by the address of His Excellency Sheikh Hamad Saif Al Rawahi, Ambassador of Oman to India, and then by a message from our Honorable Chief Guest.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أصالة عن نفسي ونيابة عن كافة الزملاء بالسفارة في نيودلهي، أرفع أسماء آيات التهاني والتبريكات إلى المقام السامي مولاي حضرة صاحب الجلالة السلطان هيثم بن طارق آل سعيد بمناسبة العيد الوطني 50 المجيد، متمنين له دوام الصحة والعافية والعمر المديد، سائلا الله العلي القدير أن يوفقه لما فيه الخير والصلاح لهذا الوطن المعطاء، مجددين له الولاء والطاعة. وكما أهنئ كافة الشعب العماني بهذه المناسبة الغالية علينا جميعا، وكل عام والجميع بخير. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Our friendly people and government of India, I convey greetings from His Majesty's government and the people of Oman as we celebrate our 50th National Day. May God bless our country and His Majesty with long and healthy life. At the beginning of this year, Oman and the region lost the wise leader and statesman, His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said, and may God grant His Majesty's eternal paradise. The late Majesty fully dedicated his life, leadership, and vision to serve his nation and the world. The Omani-Indian relations during his rule enjoyed an exceptional boom in all fields, and the successor, His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, committed to pursue the policy and the legacy of His late Majesty in strengthening the relations between the two countries. The world today is witnessing unprecedented global health and economic situations due to the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic. And this stage, a strong will and concerted efforts needed to overcome this crisis and to continue strengthen the joint relations between the two countries at all levels, especially at the economic, strategic, and defense levels. The two countries stand committed to cooperate in various sectors, inter alia defense, maritime security, space, cybersecurity, energy, and renewable energy. There are about 700,000 Indians living and working in Oman as doctors and nurses, engineers, chartered accountants, teachers, and businessmen. Omanis come to India for medical treatment and spend over 2 billion annually. Such is our trust in the healthcare institutions of India. Indians working in Oman remit over US 2 billion annually to their country. The relationship and business interactions between the two countries have come a long way since the ever first made during the Indus Valley civilization. Today, the strength of the relationship could be rightfully attributed to the vision of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq Al Saeed and Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi, as well as the harmonious people-to-people relations. Besides expressing my thanks to all Indians, I wish to greet my excellent colleagues in the diplomatic and foreign community in India and Oman, as well as the large Omani community studying, living, or visiting India. Thank you very much. Shukran and ahlan wa sahlan. Long live Oman-India relationship. Thank you.
It gives me immense pleasure to extend warm greetings on behalf of the government and people of India to His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq, as well as the government and friendly people of Oman on the occasion of the 50th National Day of the Sultanate of Oman. I also take this opportunity to pay tribute to late His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said Al Said, under whose leadership Oman transformed into a modern and prosperous nation. He was a global statesman, peacemaker, and the architect of the India-Oman strategic partnership. India and Oman enjoy close and friendly relations rooted in a millennia-old historical contact. The relationship has now transformed into a multifaceted and dynamic strategic partnership as we share common values and approaches towards global peace and harmony. Inspired by historical links spanning over 5,000 years, India and Oman have vastly expanded bilateral cooperation and exchanges since the establishment of our diplomatic relations in 1955. Regular high-level visits and exchanges have helped in enhancing cooperation in trade and commerce, manpower, defense, and overall strategic relationship. India and Oman have complementarities in several sectors which provide a scope for strengthening our cooperation further. India can be a trusted partner in all priority areas identified in Oman's Vision 2040. Both countries worked together closely during the COVID-19 pandemic, demonstrating the resilience and depth of our relationship. As we look forward, we envisage new opportunities to strengthen this relationship further. I would like to express my sincere thanks and gratitude to His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq and the Government of Oman for their commitment towards a strategic partnership. India accords high priority to this partnership and remains committed to the expansion of India-Oman bilateral cooperation in the coming years. We look forward to working closely with the government and people of Oman towards this objective. I wish Oman a wonderful future, full of peace, prosperity, and progress. Happy National Day once again.
Let me congratulate my friends in Oman on their National Day. Oman and India are close friends. The proximity of relationship is both physical, emotional, diplomatic, social, cultural, economic. They are so close to each other that if you go to a coast in India, you can virtually shout and friends in Oman will be able to listen to you. They're that close. But to Omanis, we don't have to shout because they listen to us, they hear our heartbeats so well that we don't have to shout at each other, but we have to talk to each other. And even without talking, sometimes we can convey to each other our genuine feelings. I have been involved with Indo-Omanis economic relationship a great deal. When I was the Minister of Chemicals and Fertilizers under Atal Bihari Vajpayee's Prime Ministership in way back in 1999, 21 years ago, I had actually worked on Indo-Oman Fertilizer Project, which has now become one of the very important icon of how this relationship should be developed. Omanis made the gas available and Indian companies put up fertilizer plant to make fertilizers, urea out of it, to satisfy India's growing need for more and more fertilizers to propel India into an agriculture powerhouse. Today's India's agriculture production has hit all-time record, and I think we owe it to the Omanis to do that. There are a large number of Indians working in Oman. We have a leadership change in Oman, and a new Sultan is again taking forward the legacy forward of building this closer relationship, which dates back to centuries and years, and I'm sure we'll work towards it in a great way. I must congratulate His Excellency, the Ambassador of Oman to India, who is playing a very key role in forging this relationship and making it better. I'm also very happy that we have very good, competent Ambassador of India in Oman, who will again try to take it forward. Prime Minister Modi attaches great importance to relationship with Oman and the neighboring countries, the GCC countries. I'm sure this relationship will reach a newer height under the leadership of Prime Minister Modi on this side and all the leaders of GCC countries on the other. Let's build it up, and on this day of Oman's National Day, we reiterate our commitment, our friendship, our relationship with the great friends of Oman. Thank you very much.
I would now like to invite His Excellency Sheikh Khalifa bin Ali Al Harthi, Under Secretary for Diplomatic Affairs, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Sultanate of Oman, and former Ambassador of Oman to India, to say a few words.
It gives me a great pleasure to join this virtual reception of Oman Embassy in Delhi to celebrate the 50th anniversary of our National Day. And I thank my colleague and friend Ambassador Al-Rawahi for inviting me to celebrate with him and his colleagues and our friends in India on this special occasion. I'd like to begin by conveying my congratulations to His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq and to the Omani people on continuous renaissance for Oman under his leadership. For those who are watching this video or this virtual reality, I would like to say that this occasion is special for us in Oman. It is special for all Omani because it has taken Oman from one age to this glorious age which all Omanis are enjoying at the moment. This glorious march has been started by the late His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said, peace upon him. And it is continuing until under the wise leadership of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq. Joining in this virtual reception in India is special for me because I used to be Oman ambassador in Delhi. And I remember those good days when we used to have receptions in the normal time where many of our friends from India came to join us, and indicative of the special relation between Oman and India, which I am sure is continuing until today. Thank you very much.
I would now like to ask His Excellency Frank Hans Danberg, Dean of Diplomatic Corps and Ambassador of the Dominican Republic to India, to say a few words.
Salam alaikum. Today I join my colleague and good friend, His Excellency Sheikh Hamid bin Saif Al Rawahi, Ambassador of the Sultanate of Oman to India, to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Sultanate of Oman. Oman is a beautiful country in the Gulf, which I have visited many times, and I encourage you to visit if you have not. Oman is also a peaceful and stable country in the region, whose under the leadership of late Sultan Qaboos was also a mediator of many conflicts in the region. I personally admire the leadership that Qaboos had for his people and the region, and I encourage the new leadership of Oman and the young people of Oman to continue his path and to continue the prosperity of Oman and to maintain the peace and the stability that Oman represents for all the neighbors and the countries around Oman. Also, the relations between Oman and India are historical and come from many years ago. Oman and India have lived different types of relations during the years, even before their independence, with the sailors from Oman and Zanzibar going down to Kerala, to the south of India, and many migrants from India living in Oman today. I congratulate once again Ambassador, his staff, and all of the government of Oman, Sultan Bithara. Congratulations on this 50th National Day of Oman.
I would now like to invite His Excellency Jassim Ibrahim Al Najim, Ambassador of Kuwait to India, to say a few words.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بمناسبة اليوم الوطني الخمسين لسلطنة عمان الشقيقة واحتفالاتها باليوبيل الذهبي، يسرني أن أتقدم بأحر التهاني والتبريكات لجلالة السلطان هيثم بن طارق حفظه الله ورعاه، وللشعب العماني الشقيق ولحكومته الرشيدة بهذه المناسبة السعيدة. نحن في الكويت نشارك سلطنة عمان الشقيقة وشعبها الشقيق الأفراح والاحتفال باليوم الوطني، سائلين الله العلي القدير أن يديم على السلطنة نعمة الأمن والأمان والاستقرار، وعلى الشعب العماني الشقيق الازدهار والرخاء، وعلى جلالة السلطان هيثم بن طارق حفظه الله ورعاه دوام الرفعة والعزة والإباء، وأن يمد جلالته حفظه الله ورعاه بعون من عنده لمواصلة قيادة السلطنة إلى مزيد من التقدم والنماء واستكمال مسيرة الخير والبناء التي أرسى دعائمها المغفور له بإذن الله تعالى جلالة السلطان قابوس بن سعيد، طيب الله ثراه وأسكنه فسيح جناته. تلك المسيرة والتجربة الفريدة التي جمعت التقدم والتطور مع المحافظة
على الأصالة والعراقة. فكل التوفيق والازدهار لسلطنة عمان الشقيقة.
I would now like to invite His Excellency Mr. Anil Vadva, former Ambassador of India to Oman and Distinguished Fellow at Vivekananda International Foundation, to say a few words.
A very happy 50th National Day to Oman and its people. As the former Indian ambassador to Oman for 4 long years, which I really cherish, I can remember every moment that I spent in that beautiful country. I would like to congratulate the people, and I'm sure that under His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq Al Said, Oman will continue to prosper and to bring good to its people who are amongst the best in the world. Oman has tremendous natural resources. It has got a lot of natural talent, and I'm sure in future Oman will continue to do well and be a force and a beacon of peace and stability in the region as well as in the world. I wish all of you a very happy 50th National Day once again. Thank you.
I would now like to invite His Excellency Ambassador of Saudi Arabia to India to say a few words.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أنا سعيد اليوم بوجودي في سفارة سلطنة عمان الشقيقة في نيودلهي لتهنئة أخي سعادة السفير الشيخ حمد الرواحي وزملائه في السفارة بمناسبة اليوم الوطني العماني. وانتهز هذه المناسبة لتهنئة القيادة العمانية والشعب العماني الشقيق بمناسبة يومهم الوطني المجيد، متمنيا لأشقائنا في عمان الخير والتقدم والازدهار. ولا يفوتني أن أنوه في هذه المناسبة بالعلاقات الأخوية الوثيقة بين المملكة العربية السعودية وسلطنة عمان.
I would now like to invite His Excellency Mr. J.S. Mukul, Dean of Sushma Swaraj Institute of Foreign Service, Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India, and a former Ambassador of India to Oman, to say a few words.
Excellency, thank you for your invitation. Let me extend my warmest felicitations and greetings to you, to the government, and to the people of the Sultanate on the 50th National Day of Oman. India and Oman have historical and age-old relations. These strong and excellent relations are anchored in people-to-people contacts and maritime trade links between our countries, which are neighbors joined by the waters of the Arabian Sea. These strong and excellent relations have grown further and evolved into a vibrant, multifaceted strategic partnership. As Ambassador of India to Oman from 2011 to 2015, I tried to contribute to our bilateral relations by further strengthening, deepening, and diversifying them both in existing and new areas of cooperation. We have very fond memories and were indeed privileged to have received the warm friendship and hospitality of Omanis during our stay in Muscat. I would also like to acknowledge and recognize the tremendous contribution of the Indian diaspora community to our bilateral relations. Since the dawn of the Blessed Renaissance, Oman has been developing and has transformed into a modern and prosperous country in our region. Oman is a great friend of India. India and Oman are cooperating closely in trying to address the challenges of the COVID-19 pandemic, India remains and will always be a trusted friend of Oman in its march ahead under the new leadership. I take this opportunity once again to congratulate you, Ambassador, and to wish all Omanis a bright, happy, and prosperous future on the 50th National Day of your country. Thank you.
We once again thank you for the honor of having your virtual presence tonight. Our best wishes for your continued friendship and everlasting prosperity between Oman and India. Ahlan wa sahlan.